Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Diane, and first of all I want to thank everyone that checked out my channel and commented on my last video. This is the giveaway that I'm doing, and I got so much support. It has been kind of overwhelming. It's just awesome. I appreciate all of you that watched and subscribed and commented. I'm getting closer every day to 1,000 subscribers, and that is just amazing to me. So I thought I would go ahead and get this video out. I wanted to first announce our winner of this, and then I'm going to do a small little tutorial on these little tassels that I have on these, give you some ideas that I have on these little journals. I plan to make more smaller journals, maybe not Halloween ones, but I like this size. It's small and kind of intimate and nice for some people if you want to do something that's more personal. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the name of the person that I have pulled out of a hat, and that is going to win this one. So drum roll here. The winner is Karen Rylander 7237. So Karen Rylander, if you're watching this video, what I need you to do is put a comment on this video here, and we will connect with each other and figure out how to get this sent out to you. I didn't want to have to do emails or address or anything right here on this. Not everybody wants that out there, so just send a comment on here and we will connect that way. So Karen, you're the winner. You're going to receive this cute little Halloween video. Okay, I'm excited. It was so fun to do that. I think that there should be more of these in the future. So I will absolutely plan on making more fun giveaways in my future videos. So I wanted to show you this little tassel. This is actually a tassel that is not removable. Now, a lot of people do tassels that clip on or paper clip on that will come off of the journal. Makes it, I guess it's just fun to be able to remove it and not have it in your way, I guess, if it's in your way. But this one, I made this permanent, so I mean, you can always take it off if you want to, but the way I'm doing it is going to be not removable. So let me put this aside and tell you what I've got here. I went ahead and put together a cover, another little Halloween journal cover. This one I actually did with fabric, and you've seen my fabric ones, my video with the fabric. And I got the inside done, and I put that ring fastener on the outside. This is what we are connecting the tassel to. So get you some of those little ring fasteners. They come in all different sizes. You can put them on bigger ones on the bigger journals, and I will absolutely help you all with a video showing you how to make bigger tassels and removable tassels in the future, but we're going to do this one for now. So what you need to do is you need to go out to into your scraps of your lace and ribbons and strings and yarn and just, I mean, even cord. You can use sari silk, you can use torn fabrics that, you know, I would use thinner ones for the tassels because they tend to hang a little nicer. So just go out and go through your stash. And I usually take these and I will cut them about 12 inches. They're not going to be staying that long, but it gives me a little leeway to trim them up, make sure they're not going to be too short. So I do these about 12 inches. And I want to tell you, I do add some beads. And this is something that's endless, endless, endless. You can get in here and add whatever you want to these cute tassels. You can add beads, you can add buttons, you can add little charms, you can make up little things that, you know, I've seen little journals made and hung on these. I mean, there's just, it's endless. So make it your own and put what you want on there. Get your pieces all cut here, and let me tell you one little tip about the beads. The beads, I like to use a little piece of string. It's not really an embroidery floss. It's more of a cord that I have found. I actually found this, I think, at Joann's. The trick I wanted to give you, a lot of times the end of these things fray. And I have done beading and bracelets and things like that in the past, and I learned all about these frayed ends and how frustrating they can be. What I do, I've already done this side, but I'm going to show you what I do. I take just a little plastic bag. Let me move these things out of my way here. Take a little plastic bag and take a little bit of whatever glue you have. You can use your Fabrifix. This is my Monotombo glue, and just put a little dab on your little plastic bag there, and take the end of your cord or thread that you're using and just dip it in there and kind of fold that over and just kind of rub it around on the end there and just kind of pull it through there so that it's getting soaked in that glue. And then you just kind of want to let it soak in that glue a little bit and let that sit aside and dry. That will harden that end up and make it easier to string your beads. I hope that's a good tip that everybody will be able to use. So and I have already done this side, and it's already kind of stiff. It always makes it not as stiff as a needle, but it makes it stiff. And then I kind of go in and cut it at a little bit of an angle. So I have an angle there, if you can see that. It's kind of hard to see, but anyway, that's the tip for the beading. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take all these pieces we have here, and we're going to string them through that little ring fastener. I've got some yarn here that's kind of crazy, and I got a little lace here. I put a piece of cord in there. I was also going to tell you, add some color in there. The inside of this little journal here that I'm doing has some purple inside, and I'm not leaving the front. I'm going to be adding some color to the front of this, so add some color to your tassel. It really looks good with a little color in there and brightens it up a little bit. And you know, use those Halloween colors, the greens and the purples and the oranges. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and put these all through this tassel. I mean, through this fastener, this ring fastener. So I'm going to get all these kind of evened up together, pull them up here. If they're not all the same length, that's not a big deal. Just make sure that you have them long enough that you want on your journal. You want that tassel to hang down to the bottom of your journal. So I'm going to bring that ring up, and I'm going to stick all my threads and my lace and my cords through there. If you need to take something to help pull some of that through there, you can do that. You can take even just a pencil and stick it up through there, and the pencil will help you get those through there. Pull them all through. If you feel like you've got too much going on there, you might have to let a couple of your things go, but let's see, I want that green one in there, so I'm going to stick that green one in there. Go ahead and take my pencil, push that up through. Let's see, and we got that one. I like this little piece of lace too, so I am going to go ahead and put that on up through there. It's a real small ring, but you can fit a lot through it. So, okay, so it looks like I got everything there now. So I'm going to go through. We want to kind of go at the halfway mark, but you know, if you don't get exact, don't worry about it. Now you're going to fold that over at the halfway. If you need to do some adjusting of your ribbon, you want to just be able to see those little spiders on there, just twist it around and just adjust all your fun little ribbons and yarn, whatever you're putting in there. I mean, you can, like I said, whatever you want, do what you want. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this purple one that I'm going to string some beads on. I'm going to go ahead and put that through. Now you can put that through and do the glue thing after you've put it through. But since I've already got that on there, I'm going to bring it through, and it's definitely going to be a little longer. So I don't put a whole lot of beads on these, but I do like to put a few beads hanging from there. I think it just adds to it. Really, it's cute. So on this purple one that I have already done the edge up with the glue, I'm going to go ahead and put some beads. I have a few beads here that I think go with the theme, the color. And first I'll put a smaller bead here. Just remember, you can't put teeny weeny seed beads. The holes probably won't fit on these, but you can add cord like this to your tassel, and it's very thin, and it will hang with the beads on it just as well. So you can do that too. I just didn't do it this time. I just thought I'd put them on here. So I just stick a bead on there, and then I'm going to put a little bigger bead. This one here, it's kind of... So let it go on there about that far, and then I'm just going to tie a knot so that it won't slip down. And sometimes you might have to tie a couple of knots. So I think I'll put 2 knots on there just to make sure that that bead won't go through, pass through the knot there. Some beads you can get with bigger holes that you can even hang on to the ribbon. It's really, really cute. But anyway, that bead does go over that hole. So I'm going to go ahead and make another knot just to make that hole a little bigger. And if you get to where you just can't keep, the holes are too big in those, you can take a little piece of glue and put it on that little knot. Let me show you how I would do that. I'm going to bring that on up. Didn't quite get it all the way up there. So take a little glue, and there are other glues that you can use for this, but I just wanted this to be simple and use what you've got. Take a little bit of your glue, put it on that, around that little knot, and then let the bead come on down, and the bead will stick there. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and put an orange bead on, and I just love these little skeletons, and it kind of goes with my little theme here with the skeletons on the paper or on the fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and stick one of these on. Now these have a little longer hole. The bead's a little longer, but oh, it came through. It worked. If you have a problem where it just won't come through, I do take a paper clip that I've opened up, and I know I have one here somewhere, and there it is. I will take a paper clip that I've opened up like this, and I will just help the cord through, and that usually works pretty well. So here we are with these here, and I'm going to go ahead and tie a few knots here on the bottom. I'm going to use my paper clip. You know that if you put something in where that knot is and hang it up, you can bring it almost right up to where the bottom of that bead is. So I'm going to do one more because I don't want to lose those beads. Bring it on up. I hope you're being able to see this. Let's see. Need to open that. Open that knot up a little bit so I can bring it up a little higher. Well, let's do another one. Okay. And like I said, if you need to put a little glue there, which doesn't ever hurt, put a little glue. It will make it so that bead can't go any further down. And there we go. There's one little dangle there. And I would put, I think I would put some on this little hair too. Now you noticed I'm putting these beads on before I'm tying the top of the tassel. And so I'll go ahead and put a few more beads. And I'm sure you probably all have your own tricks to this. Or if not, while you are doing this, you're discovering other ways of doing it. And that is awesome. That's what I want you to do. I want to see you get creative and do your own thing. So I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot here. I had another trick is if you get a pretty smaller bead at the very bottom of your beads that are hanging, those little beads will stop it. So there's some more beads there, and I got those there. So now I'm going to go ahead. Got this all on here. I think that's all the beads I'm going to put on this. Now we're just going to take this, let's open it up, and we're going to go ahead and got the beads where we want them. They just kind of will fall in there amongst all your ribbons, and just, I love it. It just adds to it. I'm going to go ahead and pull that purple a little bit up a little because my beads are hanging down a little there. Okay. And now we're going to take this, we're folded in half. We're going to take another piece of string. You don't need a big long piece. And this one's, I'm going to say, is probably about 9 inches, but you probably don't even need that. I'm going to wrap it around the top. And I'm going to wrap it around a couple times because we're going to knot it, but I'm going to wrap it around a couple times. Let me get this and I'll show it to you what it looks like. Okay, so you can see that I've wrapped that around that a couple times. Now I'm going to pull it snug, tie a knot, and pull it tight. Pull it tight. Can you see that? I hope you can see that. I hope I've always been in the frame here because sometimes I get busy and don't pay attention. I'm going to tie another knot. And if you want, you can go around again. And go around again. And tie another knot. And do a double knot so it will stay. Okay, so these strings, just let them hang down with the rest of your strings. Okay, so there we go. We've got all of our little ribbons and lace and things, and some might like it to hang long, but I go through and kind of trim it up. So I'll trim up this thicker ribbon a little bit. Trim this a little bit. Do a little trim there. Do a little trim there. It's better to have it a little bit too long than too short. Put a trim there. Trim some of these other ones. That one, I think, a little bit more. And just like you're just giving a little hair trim. Those up there. And if you want to, you can take some of these strings and put a little knot at the end of them. So because, you know, over time they will fray. So you can put a little knot. And just put it at the end there. You can put little beads on there at the end that hang to the end, and just put a little knot at the end of that. And there's my little beads hanging, and there's another spot where my beads are hanging. And there it is. There's your little tassel for your little journal. I love Halloween. It's so fun, and I just I'm wanting to do more Halloween, but I know we have autumn here, so we need to do some autumn things. And so maybe my next journal I put together will be on the autumn theme. I still have my flower journal going on that I'm putting together, but I hope this was easy for you to understand, and that it gives you some ideas of how to do these cute little tassels. These are the ones that don't come off, so you can do this same idea on a paper clip if you wanted, and then you can just clip it over the edge of the journal if you want. So anyway, there you go. There's your tassel. And if you have any questions or didn't understand something, let me know. Send me a message. And don't forget Karen Rylander to get a hold of me. Send a comment, and we will take care of your prize and get it sent off to you. And again, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you so much. I hope you'll enjoy watching my videos and getting more inspiration. I know I'm getting more from a lot of people out there. So, and give me any tips, any ideas that you have to make my videos even better. I welcome it. So go out there and be creative and have fun. Bye-bye.